What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. In today's video, we are going to be doing another rebuild, but this one is going to be the New England Patriots. I got a comment on last week's episode, and I think that rebuilding the Patriots would be very, very interesting. You guys already know we got the OG, Peter Gaffney. He's going to be leading the Patriots. Now, one suggestion you guys did also give me was to turn off progressive fatigue. I think that was my problem in last week's episode where all my backups were in during the playoffs. So hopefully that's going to help us actually win some playoff games. All right, so before we start the rebuild, let's go ahead and look at the roster, and I won't lie to you. This is pretty booty dick. This team is hot garbage. Offensively, my only above average player is Trent Brown, which is nice to have a good left tackle. I have a decent center as well. Pretty much every position is trash. Moving to the defensive side of the ball, linebackers are okay. Safeties are bad. I know Kyle Duggar is going to be a free agent. Corners are really bad. Christian Gonzalez is not in because he was hurt, and then defensive line is not good either. So to say that we have our work cut out for us would be an understatement. Let's go ahead and see what players that we're going to want to re-sign for next season. The Patriots have quite a lot of players. I would say their best players up to be re-signed. So this is not going to be super fun necessarily. We do have $103 million in cap space. So I'm going to try to strategically get most of these players to come back. Kyle Duggar is going to come back for a pretty cheap deal. I'm happy with that. Trent Brown, unfortunately, does not want to re-sign with us, so he is going to hit the free agent market, which is not ideal, to say the very least. Let's see if we can get our other offensive tackle to come back. I'll bump up your salary to about $8 million, and I'll get your bonus up to about $9 million. Let's go 3 years, spread it out a little bit, and he is going to stay with us. So at least we have solid tackle play. And then, like the rest of these guys, Kendrick Bourne, Mac Wilson, Miles Bryant, I don't really care about much of these guys, to be honest. I will consider possibly franchise tagging Trent Brown, but now we're left with about $79 million, and we still have a lot of holes to fill in free agency. So I don't necessarily know if I want to do that for a 31-year-old left tackle. Now, like I said, the good thing is that the Patriots have money, so we have a lot of opportunity to fill our needs. But I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be very, very aggressive in the trade market. I'm going to try to wheel and deal my way to a successful team, and then obviously we still have a lot of premium draft capital. So Trent Brown's at the top of the free agent market, go figure. Michael Pittman is up there. We definitely need a receiver, so I would not hate that. Patrick Queen could be a nice addition as well. Cameron Curl really wants to join our team. He's only 25. He's 82 overall. This is an easy offer for him. I'll go ahead and give him $4.5 million base and bonus for 4 years. I think that this is going to be an absolute steal for us. And then, like I said, I will offer Michael Pittman. I'll give him $9 million salary. I'll give him maybe $9 million bonus as well, about $18 million a year. That's pretty significantly more than what he wants. So maybe we can renegotiate with Michael Pittman. And then Patrick Queen as well. I will drop a bag for Patrick Queen. I'll give him, $7.5 salary. I'll give him $8.5 bonus, 5-year, $80 million deal. I think that that's really good. Okay, so the only one that we were able to land was Cameron Curl. That's fine. Not ideal, obviously. Let's check out who's still available. Amari Cooper's available. Calvin Ridley. There's kind of a big drop-off here. I will not lie. Drew Tranquil. This is kind of really unfortunate that we were not able to land any of those guys. Frankie Louvu is a guy that I do really like. I know that he's only a normal dev trait, but he is a middle linebacker that we need. What I'll do is I'll offer him $4 million, and then I'll offer him $5.5 million for a bonus over 4 years. Let's hope that the offer is good for him. Frankie Louvu did sign with us. Okay, so we weren't too crazy in free agency. Maybe I'll try to make another addition, but again, I don't expect the Patriots to be very good in 2024. I'm just hinting at that. But I think we're pretty much done with free agency this offseason. I'm going to hit the trade block and see if I can work some magic. All right, so in real life, the Patriots sent Mac Jones to the Jaguars for a 6th-round pick. I'm better than them. I got a 2nd-round pick for Mac Jones and a 5th-round pick. This is a very good start, in my opinion. Okay, so this trade took a long time, but I'm very, very happy with the result. I traded away Jabril Peppers because we did sign Cameron Curl in free agency, and we got Kyle Duggar back. And I traded away J.C. Jackson and a 2024 third. In return, I got Puka Nacua, a 23-year-old superstar receiver, Stetson Bennett, because we did need some depth at quarterback. I won't lie to you. And then A. Ward, he's 27 overall, and that was purely for cap reasons. I will not lie to you. But I like this trade overall. It's trade number 2. Okay, This one to you guys might seem a little bit crazy, but I got Matthew Judon and a 4th-round pick in exchange for a 2nd-round pick. This is the Cardinals. It is a really good 2nd-round pick. Now, the reason I traded Matthew Judon is because, he's in his 30s. He's got 1 year left on his deal, and truthfully, I don't think that he totally matches the timeline of the Patriots. So that is trade number 3. All right, and then in exchange, I got Lloyd Cushenberry and Brandon Johnson. Lloyd Cushenberry is going to be our starting center. I think that he's going to be really good. And again, Jonathan Jones just doesn't match the timeline of this team, unfortunately. All right, now for the fun part. We have the NFL draft. We have a plethora of picks, including the 3rd overall pick. And I don't think there's any surprise that we will be taking our franchise quarterback with this pick. Because I will never refuse an offer, I'm going to check out some of the offers that people have sent. Pick 11, a 3rd, and a 7th, not going to do it. 2 firsts, a 2nd, and a 5th, not going to do it. A 1st, a 2nd, a 5th. So none of these offers to me are good enough. So with pick number 3, and again, I try to do these rebuilds as realistic as possible. So in this Madden draft, Marvin Harrison went 1, Caleb Williams went 2. I think the most logical and I think the most realistic way that the Patriots were going to go is they're going to go with Jayden Daniels to be their franchise quarterback. I am very, very excited. 93 speed, strong arm. He is going to lead New England into the new era. Now, with our first pick in the 2nd round, our first pick of many actually, I think it would be wise to go wide receiver. Keon Coleman's on the board, Ladd McConkey, Adonai Mitchell. Personally speaking, I love Adonai Mitchell. I think that he is fantastic. I would definitely take him. However, we do have multiple 2nd-round picks. So I would think that we probably want to go BPA right here because there are plenty of receivers to go. Although I don't know. He is pretty tempting. You know what? Screw what I just said. I'm going to take Adonai Mitchell here, and then I'm going to probably go corner with my next pick. So we're going to take AD Mitchell, pick number 3 overall in the 2nd round. 95 speed. I mean, this guy's awesome. 6'2", 205, 95 speed, 92 change of direction, 96 acceleration. This guy is going to be awesome. All right, and the more that I think about it, the more that I'm glad I took AD Mitchell because our pick is not until pick 26 later in the 2nd round. But that will not sway me. I'm definitely going to go with either a corner or a defensive tackle. Now, Kalen King, let's check out some of his stats. He's got B-man coverage, C-zone coverage. That's not bad. Braden Fisk, he's got B-bull rush, C-finesse move, B-power move. Honestly, if you're looking at our corners, we're decent, right? We got Christian Gonzalez. Defensive tackle, I think that we are much worse at. So Braden Fisk, to me, is a more important player for us. That's why I'm going to take him here in the 2nd round. He's a normal depth trait, which is definitely not ideal. But another good thing is that we do have another 2nd-round pick, I believe. As a result of trading away some of our players, we don't have a lot of draft capital. We're in the 6th round right now, and truthfully, I do think I'll go with Brennan Rice. I'm not seeing anybody that I honestly, although maybe Kyrie Jackson could be good. He's 6'3", 203. We would have double Oregon corners. In fact, I do think that he's the guy that I would like to go with. I think that he could be a solid addition. And again, our draft capital this year isn't great. Honestly, we're probably going to take this year anyways, but I wanted to get those really good players on the Patriots roster just to kind of see how good they were. And with our last selection here, Jalen Polk is on the board in the 7th round. That is ridiculous value. I'm not going to pass that up. And it looks like that's going to be our draft haul for the first year. Again, nothing too crazy. I think, AD Mitchell and Jayden Daniels are going to be our franchise going forward. All right, so this is what the team is looking like after free agency, after the draft. I am going to put Lloyd Cushenberry at left guard for now just because we still have David Andrews, but I don't know how long we'll have him. Puka Nacua is awesome. AD Mitchell's awesome. Jayden Daniels is really, really good. Defensively, we are much better as well, I think. Cameron Kitchens is going to be a stud for us. I am not going to lie. We got Kyle Duggar. Our defensive line still needs big improvement. Our corners are okay at best. But I'm going to skip the season. I don't think they'll be very good this year. And then we'll attack next offseason and try to compete in 2025. So holy shit, we went 1-16. That is really bad. But hey, again, I kind of said we weren't really trying to compete this year, to be honest. I'm going to auto upgrade all of these players. And then I'm going to check out the stats to see what exactly went wrong. I'm guessing it's pretty much everything if we went 1-16. So Jayden Daniels had admittedly not a great year. 3,000 yards, 17 touchdowns, 15 picks, 57 completion percentage. Not great. Rushing the ball, Ramondre had a decent year. Learned 3.5 yards per carry isn't great, but I don't blame him. The offensive line is pretty garbage right now. Receiving wise, Puka Nacua had a good year. A.D. Mitchell had a great year for a rookie. Matt Sokol, I have no idea who the fuck you are. I'm just being real honest with you. Poo Shit Schuster, 605 yards, not bad. And then Ramondre added a couple hundred as well. Like I said, we were not trying to compete last year. That was not the goal. I didn't expect to go 1-16, but that was not really our objective. Our objective was to kind of roll over into 2025, have a lot of young players in place, and then be able to be competitive. All right, so looking at some of the players that the Patriots need to re-sign, don't really care about any of these guys. Whatever. David Andrews is a free agent, and we're not going to re-sign him. Now, I know some of you keyboard warriors were out there like, why would you trade for Lloyd Cushenberry when you have David Andrews? Well, because he's 33 and he was an upcoming free agent. So he was not my center for the future. Lloyd Cushenberry is. I'm very happy to have him. I will not have to negotiate with David Andrews. None of these guys are really striking my fancy. Ramondre Stevenson, he's 27. I don't know, maybe. Christian Barmore is a star. Jelani Tavai is also a star as well. So I will try to renegotiate with these guys, and then we'll see what we can get done. All right, Jelani Tavai is going to re-sign with us. Now let's try to get Christian Barmore, and he will not. So Christian Barmore is going to leave us in free agency. But hey, I don't know if you guys noticed that number in the top right of your screen. We have $148 million, and you better believe that I'm going to try to spend every fucking penny of it. You know what? Ramondre really wants to re-sign with us. I'll give him a 2-year deal. I'll give him about $5.5 million and $3.5 million bonus. He's going to like that. $8 million. It's basically the offer that the Bears just gave DeAndre Swift, so I'm not too mad at that. Okay, so we are about to be huge players in the free agency market. We have $140 million. My big needs are going to be I'm going to attack offensive line and I'm going to attack defense. I feel like Jayden Daniels was not able to reach his potential last year because of our terrible offensive line, and I can't say that I blame him necessarily. A guy off the board, Joe Thuney, you're going to get a monster contract from me, dude. I'm just telling you, you're going to get like $16 million salary with maybe even like a $10 million signing bonus. I really have a lot of money to spend, and I just do not want you to say no. You're going to come be a Patriot for about $26.5 million a year. That's got to be a great offer. I mean, I don't know what else you could want necessarily. Greg Newsome, you're 25, you're a star corner, and you're an 86 overall. You better bet your ass that I'm going to offer you a big-ass contract. I'm going to give you $8 million salary. Now, the kicker is that I'm also going to give you a $10 million bonus. I do not want you to say no. I need you to be a New England Patriot. Just going to be honest with you. Am I overpaying? Absolutely I'm overpaying, and I should overpay because I have so much fucking money. I think Grover Stewart would be a good addition as well. I'll offer him a 2-year deal. I'll give him $8 million salary, and I'll give him an $11.5 million bonus. I think Michael Carter could also help beef up our corner room. He's not going to be too expensive, which is totally okay because he's 26 years old. I will offer him about $9 million a year, though, to play for us for 3 years. I think that's a pretty good offer. The only signing I got was Michael Carter. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. I threw so much money at people. I wonder, Joe Thuney went to the Cardinals. That's annoying. JOK went to the Colts. Greg Newsome went to the Bengals. Dude, I am so fucking pissed right now. I wanted these guys so bad. But Michael Carter, welcome to the team, I guess. Like, literally, I feel like a rich kid in a Louis Vuitton store. Like, I have money. I am trying to spend it, and I'm just not being allowed. This is kind of bullshit. We're going to offer Taron Johnson because, again, we still need corners, apparently. And he's not going to accept either. And he's going to go to the Rams. So, nobody wants to go to the Patriots, probably because we suck ass. Can't say I blame him necessarily, but, like, dude, this is so annoying. I have so much money. I have $160 million. All right, so we're back on the trade block. I've traded Ramondre Stevenson to the Saints in exchange for a second-round pick and some random bum-ass receiver. I gave up a 4th and a 7th as well. Now, I am going to look to trade Kyle Duggar, not only because I think he could be good trade bait, but because I took Cameron Kitchens completely by accident. I will not lie. But he's a superstar young safety, so we kind of have no need for Kyle Duggar anymore. So we're going to look for a trade partner. All right, another good trade, in my opinion. Got J.C. Horn from the Panthers, who's under contract for the next 5 years, for Kyle Duggar and my second-round pick. Again, improving the defense, improving the secondary is my main priority here. All right, so before we head into the draft, let's take a look at this roster and see what we need. Receivers, we are fine. We're going to need to get a running back. We are definitely going to need to improve this offensive line, especially at left tackle and the guard spots, more specifically right guard. Tight end is going to be an issue as well. Let's go ahead to the defense. Safeties look more than okay. Honestly, the entire DB room looks really good. Safeties are fine. Corners are really good. The D line is fucking garbage, so that's going to be a main priority. And then linebackers could look better, could look worse. You know, it's whatever. I'd like to get a better middle linebacker, but let's go ahead and head into the draft and see what good players we're able to bring to the Patriots. With the pick right here, I will go with the best left tackle available, Tyreek Basket. Welcome to the Patriots, my friend. You're in hidden dev trait. I really like that. Again, we need those personal protectors for Jayden Daniels. All right, so on the clock right here, first pick of round 2, two positions that we need, right end and right guard. Either way, we're going to beef up our O-line or D-line. I'm really debating here which is more important. I think that a right end here would probably be better just because we need pass rushers like badly. Let's check out some of his physical stuff. He's not the most athletic right end I've ever seen in my life. Let me check out Greg Hardwick, which is a phenomenal name for an offensive lineman, I will say. His physicals, he's not spectacular either. I think that honestly, this is a coin flip. His pass blocking is A to C, his run blocking is C. This guy's block shedding is C, finesse move is D, power move is A to C. I'll go with Greg Hardwick here just because I'm so committed to Jayden Daniels. See, I almost said CJ Stroud. Wow. To Jayden Daniels. And he's a hidden dev trait, which is good. And we are beefing up that offensive line. That has been our main priority here. Right here, I do kind of like Travis McCartney. He's a fit for us. He's got B block shedding. He's going to be a power rusher, 6'6", 267. Let's check out his physicals. Ran 4.75. That's not great, but I do think that he will help us get after the passer. He's a normal dev trait, 78 speed, so he's basically garbage. Okay, awesome. All right, here in the 5th round, we're going to go with John Waters, defensive tackle. Normal dev trait, which is fine, but again, we need help on the defensive line. That has been the emphasis of these last couple of rounds. And in the 7th round, there's this guy, Alani Goodwin. He's projected a 1st or 2nd rounder. Have no idea why that he has made it all the way to the 7th round. But I might go ahead and just check him out just to see if we can get good value for him. 87 speed, you know, not bad. Whatever, 7th round pick. I'm going to plug these guys all into the lineup. And again, I don't know if we're going to be very good this year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim the season. I promise that next free agency, I will spend so much fucking money that Elon Musk will even have his jaw on the fucking floor, okay? I promise you that. All right, everybody. So if you will notice the standings, 2-15. Hey, they say Rome wasn't built today, right? We're getting better every single year. Let's go ahead and upgrade some of these players. And my God, we are hot garbage. Okay, you know what? Jayden Daniels had a much better year. 4,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 17 picks. Upgraded his completion percentage, which is awesome. Rushing, we had very little contributions because we didn't really have a running back, and that is fine. Receiving the ball, Puka had a good year. Juju Smith-Schuster had a good year, which is wild. Puka had a really good year, actually. That's like an all-pro year right there. 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns is awesome. So in offensive yards, we were 25th, which is a little appalling to me. In defensive yards, we were 32nd, so we were the worst defense in the NFL. Awesome. We were 30th in points scored, which is not ideal, obviously. And then we were 32nd in points allowed, so we outdid ourselves there. Wow. Okay, so clearly the defensive line is a big, big issue, and we're going to have to improve that. That is without a doubt. So let's hop into free agency. Let's spend the most amount of money humanly possible, and let's get this team a lot better. To renegotiate, most of these guys are garbage. Don't care. Lloyd Cushenberry, I am going to re-sign you, though. Don't worry, Pookie Bear. Juwan Bentley, I would like to re-sign. Juju, I have no interest in re-signing. Marcus Jones, not really. Christian Gonzalez, yes, I do. I'm going to accept his 5th-year option. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to Lloyd Cushenberry. He does have pretty much interest in re-signing, which is good. I'll give him $4 million salary and $4 million bonus for 3 years. And fuck, he's gonna go. I can't spend money. Anyway, Juwan Bentley, what the fuck do you want? I'll give you $4 million, and I'll give you $4 million, $4.5 million actually over 3 years. Please don't go anywhere. I will be so sad. He's gonna stay. Okay, let's pray that with our $157 million, we can make something happen in free agency. So I would love it if there was some dominant defensive linemen in free agency. That would really make my whole day. George Kittle doesn't count. Trace Ward, we don't really need corners. DeMarcus Lawrence is 34, which sucks because otherwise I would definitely offer you something. It's not looking like they're gonna totally have what we want, truthfully. But again, we have so much fucking money. I want to spend it. I just want to go ass crazy here. So I understand that this is a massive overpay for George Kittle. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just trying to get somebody damn good. George Kittle should definitely come and be our first marquee free agent. And Zach Martin too. I'm just gonna offer, just a blank check to him basically. I'll go like $16 million bonus. I'll go $9.5 million salary over 2 years. Because why the fuck not? Jameson Williams would be a sneaky good addition here. I'll give him $6 million. I'll give him a bonus of $5 million. I would imagine that James Williams would really much like to come to New England. He would be our third receiver since we're not re-signing Juju Smith-Schuster. Another interesting signing right here would be Damon Clark, superstar, 78 overall, 26 years old. Again, just going to throw money at him, hopefully that he accepts. 5 years, $5 million salary. I'll go $6 million bonus, honestly, because why the fuck not? All right, so we were able to land George Kittle, Jameson Williams, and Damon Clark. I can't believe that we didn't get Zach Martin. I don't know. He wanted only a year contract for $22 million. You're tweaking balls, dude. Whatever. We did not get DeMarcus Lawrence. That's fine. I'm happy with George Kittle. I'm happy with Jameson Williams, and I'm happy with Damon Clark. Again, we're gonna hit the draft hard. We spent, we still have like $90 million to spend. What am I talking about the draft? We need to spend money. Are you kidding me? You know what? Fuck it. Travarius Ward, just please take my money. Come be a Patriot. And you did. He's a Patriot. So now I think we have an opportunity to trade one of our corners. I do think I'll trade Christian Gonzalez because he's not that good in this game. And I would ideally like some defensive linemen in return for him. This is ballsy. I know. I'm desperate here. But I traded the first overall pick. And in return, I got Will Anderson, superstar defensive end for the Texans, Christian Harris, and Kenyon Green. I am pretty happy with this package. I think Will Anderson was damn good. And again, just the way this game works, I'm really not sure that the first overall pick would be better than what Will Anderson is going to be for me. So super, super excited. All right. So before we get to the draft, there are some positions that we'll need to address. So first of all, center. Clear and obvious. We got to get better there. Receiving, I think we have the fastest receiving core ever. Puka Nacua, Jamison Williams, and A.D. Mitchell. We need running back badly. Jayden Daniels is going to be our guy at quarterback. And then defensively speaking, our defensive line got so much better with the addition of Will Anderson. Linebackers are still probably an area that we can go. Corners got better with the addition of Travarius Ward. For defense, I'm going to go after a right end and defensive tackle for sure. Then offensively, we're going to go after running back and honestly center. Probably that's it. Pick one of the second round. We have a lot of positions that we need to address here. Wide receiver is not one of them. Halfback, center is one of them. Defensive tackle, and then I think right end as well. So let's see. Quarterback, free safety, don't need. Damn. Brian Jennings. Let's just see if he's got any special talents or abilities. 4.46 40, which is not bad at all. Pretty athletic. Ran the 20-yard shuffle in the fastest time. Brian Jennings, you are going to be our new starting running back. You got 90 speed. You're going to be towing the rock for us, all right? I hope you enjoy. So, Deion Neal ran a 4.63 40-yard dash. I really like that. He's a speed rusher. Hopefully, he could be pretty good for us. He's got 83 speed. We will see. Clay Bolton, younger brother of Troy Bolton, is going to be joining our team here, right outside linebacker. We need some help on the defense, and I think he's going to provide that. Now, with our 6th-round pick here, we are going to go with the center, Jared Tanley. Who knows how good he's going to be. I need center badly now. Post-draft, we weren't able to get a center that I really liked, so I am going to look for one on the trade block. All right, so I will be trading for Jackson Powers-Johnson. I'm going to give up a 2nd and a 6th. Honestly, for a superstar young center, I do not mind doing that at all. All right, so let's check out the way the team looks now. Tight end looks way better. Running back looks much better. Receivers are still really good. Offensive line looks better with Jackson Powers-Johnson in there. Defensively speaking are my Pookie Bear, my crown and jewel, my cream de la crop. Will Anderson is out there rushing the passer. Great corners, really good safeties. Good linebackers, honestly, for the most part. So let's see how good we do. And guys, I lied one more time. I'm going to trade Christian Gonzalez to the Raiders for Leonard Taylor so that we have a quality right end. I think that's the one weakness on this team, the one thing that could really hold us back. I'm going to plug him in. I'm going to skip to see if the Patriots made the playoffs. I think that this is the year that we get really good. Okay, so we ended this season 7-10. Much better. We are continuing to get much better. Let's check out some of the stats and awards just to see how everybody did. Jayden Daniels had a really, really good year. 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks. That's like a borderline Pro Bowl season. Let's see rushing. Our rookie, he only averaged 2.9 yards per carry, which is terrible, but he had 6 rushing touchdowns, 660 yards on the year. Jayden Daniels added 400 for himself. And then receiving, Puka Nacua has just continued to be amazing. 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. A.D. Mitchell had 820. James Williams had 982. So we are getting much, much better. Our duo of edge rushers both had 8.5 sacks. A little bit disappointing for Will Anderson, I won't lie, but hey, I'm not mad at it. I mean, truthfully, I'm not. Interceptions-wise, we are not that good, but you're never really that good, I guess, in Madden franchise interceptions. But I'm going to check to see how good our, units were. All right, so we were 28th in offensive yards, 30th in defensive yards, which I'm not totally sure I understand, to be honest. 27th in points scored, and then we were 23rd in points allowed. So we still have work to do on the offense and defense. And yes, this has been a bit of a slower rebuild, and I think that's the way to go here. I don't want to rush everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade the players once again. I'm going to head to the offseason, and then we're going to make more moves. So in back-to-back years, Madden had the Raiders and the Falcons winning the Super Bowl. Cool. All right, so we got some players to renegotiate with, and we got a shit ton of cap. Puka Nacua, obviously, we're going to drop a bag on him. Jayden Daniels is going to be a guy that we are going to accept the 5th-year option for. Jackson Powers-Johnson, we're going to re-sign as well. Mike Owenahue is also a guy that we're going to want to get back. So Puka Nacua will come back to us. He is by far our best player. I'm very glad to have gotten that done. I'm going to accept the 5th-year option of Jayden Daniels. And then Jackson Powers-Johnson, we're also going to accept his as well. Mike Owenahue, listen, he's 29. We'll give him about $8.5 million, and we'll give him about $13.5 million bonus. That should be enough, and he's going to come back, which is perfect. So we're keeping the core players that we've had in the past. The rest of these guys, I don't necessarily care about bringing back, to be honest. So we are going to hit free agency. We got $76 million, and like I've said, I want to spend that money, all right? All right, looking at the team, left guard is a clear and obvious need. The rest of the offensive line is stars, and they are going to get better. Jayden Daniels is fine at quarterback. We could still look to upgrade halfback, although wide receivers are really good. Jameson Williams, Puka Nacua, and A.D. Mitchell. George Kittle is fine for now at tight end. And then defensively speaking, we're still really good at DB. We're pretty good at linebacker, although I could probably get a better one. And then still upgrade the defensive tackle position. I think that's going to be our big emphasis. So defensive tackle and then left guard is going to be probably what we want to get in free agency. And lucky for us, Landon Dickerson is a free agent. And he just got a huge extension in real life. So I am going to try to match and or below that number out of the water. I'll give him $20 million a year. Like we've seen in the NFL, these guys getting $20 million. I mean, Robert Hunt got $20 million this morning. So pretty crazy. I'll go ahead and give Landon Dickerson big bucks, see if he wants to sign with us. Forrest Buckner would be an excellent addition to our defensive line. I'll give him more money than he probably wants. I'll give him about $11.5 million and a $7.5 million signing bonus. He seems to really want to come to us, so that should be good enough, I hope. Cody Barton also could be a nice addition. I'll give him 4 years. I'll give him a $6 million bonus. He really wants to sign with us. That should be good for him. And you know what? Fuck Landon Dickerson. We're going to try to get Kenyon Green back. I got him in the trade, and he really wants to sign with us. He's a superstar left guard. He's still young. He's only 26. So I'm going to give him $4 million, $4 million bonus, 3.5 salary. Should blow what he wants out of the water. Forrest Buckner is going to be a Patriot. Let's freaking go. Let's see who else we got. I'm curious to see DeForest Buckner and Cody Barton. And we were able to get Kenyon Green back. So we filled a lot of positions of need here. Got defensive tackle, a middle linebacker, and a left guard. I'm pretty happy with that. And honestly, I know he's not great, and I know he's 30, but we need running back pretty badly. And Tony Pollard for 2 years, $3 million bonus, $3.5 million salary is not too bad. I think that would fill a hole for our team, honestly. And why don't I go ahead and sign another running back? I'll go with Tajay Spears. I'll give him $3.5 million salary, and I'll give him a bonus of about $4 million, just so he's tempted to sign with us. We did end up getting both Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears, which is awesome. Super, super happy. let's go ahead and plug these guys into the lineup and see what the team is looking like right now. All right, and the team, I won't lie, is looking good. We are much better at running back with Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. Jayden Daniels, our offensive line is now solid and complete. George Kittle is still kicking at tight end. Really good receivers. Defensively speaking, we upgraded the linebacking core. We had a severe upgrade with the defensive tackle position. Safeties and corners look good. We're an 87 overall. I mean, this team should make the playoffs. This should be the culmination of the rebuild. This is where the Patriots start to actually compete. I'm going to go ahead and sim until the playoffs, and then we'll see if we made it. All right, so before the draft, this team is an 87 overall. We do have some good draft picks, being 7 and 10. So let's go ahead and skip to the draft, see what we can get. All right, this might be a bit of a ballsy move, but top 10, I'm going to take Lyle Lowry. He's tight end. He's 6'5", 250. If you look, he ran a 4.5, 4.40. This guy's ridiculous. And I think now I could possibly use George Kittle as trade bait because he is getting older. He is kind of regressing a little bit. So Lyle Lowry, welcome to the team. Hidden dev trade, that's the shit I like to see right there. We're getting a huge weapon for Jayden Daniels. So right here, I am going to go with Tracy Carroll, a defensive tackle. I know we got DeForest Buckner, but he is not probably the long-term future answer. Tracy Carroll is going to add nicely to our defensive tackle rotation with Braden Fisk. Mike Hyde right here is a solid corner in the 4th round. He's 6 foot, 181. I am going to take him. He's normal depth trait, which is fine, but I'm honestly looking for just more corner depth at this point. We're going to go with another offensive lineman here, Orlando Burks. Hopefully he can be pretty good here in the 5th round. And then with our next pick here, we'll go with Courtney Griffin, left outside linebacker in the 7th round. What? That is not correct. Okay. Anyways, Courtney Griffin should be a Patriot, hopefully. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these guys into the lineup. I'm going to skip the season, and then we're going to see how good the Patriots are this year. This should be the year that they are actually contenders. All right, so I had to go to work. I'm back. Now let's go ahead and skip the season. I'm going to actually skip to the midway point of the year just to see a progress report of how we're doing. All right, so at the midway point, we're 3-4, which is very disappointing since we're an 87 overall. Let's check it out, though. I mean, Jayden Daniels looks good. 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,700 yards. Rushing, Tony Pollard is doing good. They're both averaging over, well, I guess, Jayden Daniels is doing good as well. Tajay Spears only has 8 carries in the year. That's pretty funny. Receiving, my guys are going nuts. A.D. Mitchell is having a great year. So is George Kittle. So is Puka. J-Mos being productive. So I wonder what's going on necessarily. We're 4th in offensive yards, which is a very good sign. In defensive yards, we're 23rd. I'm very curious as to why we're not very good. Our offense is borderline top, 6, 7, 8. But our defense is 27th. I want to check out what's going on there. So looking at the defense, I really don't know why we're this bad. Corners were totally great. Safety were really good. We're pretty good at linebacker. We're good at defensive line, honestly, with Leonard Taylor, DeForest Buckner. Maybe we can get another defensive tackle. Maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, this defense looks pretty good to me. I don't really know what's going on. I am going to skip to the rest of the regular season just to make sure that we make the playoffs. Hopefully we do. Okay, am I doing something wrong here? How the fuck are we 89 overall and 4-13? That makes 0 sense to me. Let's check the stats, I guess, because this is really starting to kind of piss me off. I have no idea what's going on. Jayden Daniels had a good year, threw over 30 touchdowns, 4,200 yards. Tony Pollard had 788 rushing yards and 6 tuds. I had 2 1,000-yard receivers, one with 900 yards and one with 840. Don't understand that one either. Someone tell me how Will Anderson only had 6.5 sacks. I don't quite understand that, I'll be honest. I don't know why our sack numbers are so damn low, but whatever. So we were middle of the pack offensively, which is surprising, and we were, again, bottom 3 in defense. What the fuck is going on? All right, so this is going to be the last season, and we are in a bit of trouble here. I won't lie. Will Anderson is due for an extension. Leonard Taylor is due for an extension. A.D. Mitchell, Cameron Kitchens, Christian Harris, Cam Curl, Tyree Baskett, Frankie Louvu. Probably shouldn't have negotiated all of these guys to be due at once, but that is A-okay. Let's check out some of these other guys. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting finagling thing that I'm gonna have to do here, but I'll get it done. Okay, so I've made a fucking blockbuster deal. So Jayden Daniels cost me $44 million. I need cap space. He isn't the superstar that I necessarily wanted him to be, so I traded him to the Browns for pick 7 and pick 39. We're going to have to rebuild this team somehow. I mean, this is definitely going to be a bit of a longer video, but I want to get this done correctly. So with only about $7 million in cap space, I'm not exactly sure why I don't have a lot more after trading away Jayden Daniels, but looks like we're going to have no cap space to sign these guys, which is okay. We're going to restart. We're going to rebuild this team quickly, and we are hopefully going to be contenders because don't exactly know what the fuck I was doing wrong, but it didn't work out for me. So we're going to have some good draft picks, and we're going to hit the ground running. All right, so we have the third pick in the draft. We are going to go with Dom Wilson. He is projected top 5 pick. We need a quarterback badly, and we're going to go ahead and take him. Hidden dev trait. I hope, I pray that he can be our franchise quarterback. Now we also have pick 7. Thank you, Cleveland Browns. We did lose A.D. Mitchell in free agency, which is not ideal, but this guy right here, Tracy Royster, 4.38 40-yard dash. I'm going to go ahead and take him. He is a hidden dev trait. I'm hoping this guy could be a quality A.D. Mitchell replacer. We need a good Will Anderson replacement. Why not take Jerry Candidate? He is going to be a candidate. We got that high second as well. We did lose Cam Curl in free agency. Why not get Connor Favors? He looks to be pretty good. 4.52 40-yard dash. I like speed. I'm going to take him. He is also a hidden dev trait, so let's go. Third round here, we need a tight end after getting rid of George Kittle. I am going to take James Linsley. He looks like he could be pretty good. 86 speed is not bad, but he has a normal dev trait, so that's fine. I would like to reinvest in corner after we cut Travarius Ward. This guy looks pretty good, but nothing special. Luke Walton at defensive tackle is another player that we are going to be targeting here. Hidden dev trait. I do like that a lot. And then right here in the 7th round, we'll take Nate Felix to be a Tajay Spears backup. Not too bad. Listen, I'm going to plug these guys into the lineup. I'm going to see how the new look Patriots look. And I'm tired as shit. I'm going to be so honest with you, bro. It is 3 in the morning right now. I want to get this video over with. So let's just see how good we were. All right, let's take a look at the lineup here. Pretty good offensive line. I forgot I still do have George Kittle, but this is going to be his last year. Receivers are good. Running back's pretty good. New rookie quarterback. Let's check out the defense. And the defense has not been looking as good as it has in the past, but got a new free safety. Our corners are kind of garbage right now. I don't expect to be pretty good. I'm sad. I'm really sad, but we'll skip and see what happens. Let's go 2-15. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm tired of shit. Let this be a lesson, kids. Don't spend all your money. Be responsible. Don't be like me, and don't pick the Patriots in Madden.